It's definitely not a regular through hike, that's for sure.
You definitely should not underestimate this trail.
Like, you could fall down a canyon and potentially no one would find you for a while.
I think a lot of the gnarly stuff is like really fun actually though. At least it is fun.
So much more dense with cool stuff than I expected.
This whole trail has been about problem solving. I didn't want to have a well-worn path to follow the whole way. I wanted to kind of figure this stuff out on my own. Everybody can find something out here for themselves. It's just about finding the thing that you enjoy doing and looking for the metaphors in it. Heading out of my last town stop on the Hayduke. I'm just walking out of Colorado City and Hilldale right now. And this is going to be a nice walk because I just picked up some frozen yogurt. There's a little dairy stand on the way out. So I'm going to enjoy this walk out. I haven't had to deal with this in a while. I'm walking in deep sand again. My favorite. At least at this point, I feel like I've faced all the challenges that the Hayduke can throw at me. So it's nothing new, it's just not very enjoyable. For some reason, challenges are always worse when they're new. Like the first time I was walking through this deep sand, it kind of pissed me off a lot more than it is now. Because it's known territory now. It's something that we've had to do already. So that's why I found that it's best to seek out small challenges whenever we can, so that when the unavoidable big challenges do come, they are made up of more known territory than unknown territory. I'm still a couple days away from the end, but those white cliffs I'm walking towards are in Zion National Park. The end is within sight. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to do at the end of the trail. What I'm going to do when I get home. All the food that I'm going to eat. And all the time that I'm going to spend lounging around just watching movies or whatever. But at the same time, I know as soon as I leave the trail, I'm going to be missing it right away. That's another paradoxical thing about hiking. Well, we're out here. Everything off the trail sounds really nice. But then once we're off the trail, all we think about is being back on the trail.
It's Tadpole and Minnow City. Wow. This actually scared me for a split second when I saw these.
Been a pretty pleasant day walking down the east fork of the Virgin River. I've just been walking in the river most of the day, and it's been pretty easy up until now. I don't know if I'm reading the guidebook wrong or something, but I don't think there was even any mention of this waterfall, and I have to figure out a way to get around it. After looking around for a while, there's this crack in the wall over here with a cairn. This is the way I'm going to go out. At least I'm going to try that. And then I'm going to have to go all the way back down to the river. We'll see how this goes.
Just came up here, and it looks like I have to go up this. That's my only way out and around this waterfall.
Okay, I'm up on top. Now I just have to find a way back down. I'm getting the feeling that this isn't the right way to go, but I'm not really sure what the right way to go is. Something doesn't seem right here, but either way I'm gonna figure out a way down. So I don't really have a choice at this point. Well, that was the hardest thing I've had to do in a long time. That's why I didn't film it. That is definitely not the way I was supposed to go. But I got myself into a situation where that was kind of the only way I could go. That was pretty sketchy. I had to lower my pack a couple times. Some loose rocks and really steep drops. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm back down at the river and I got past that waterfall. So I'm back on track.
Alright, apparently this is my route out of the Virgin River. They call this Fat Man's Misery. I think it's going to be pretty narrow up in here. I'm really hoping these pools don't get much deeper. Oh, they're already pretty deep. I'm going to have to take my pack off and hold it above my head. I have not had to do that on this whole trail so far.
Well, this is not how I planned on spending my last night on the trail. I am feeling pretty defeated right now. It's the second to last day. I thought I was just going to hike through and then finish tomorrow. Hopefully I still can finish tomorrow, but I've got about 15 more miles and I have no idea how long it's going to take to get out of this canyon. I'm going to have to find my own way out because the Fat Man's Misery route did not work. The pools were just too deep. It was over my head at one point. There's one pool that had a rope that I had to climb to get up over this rock that I could just barely do. That was the hardest climb I've had to do so far. I got up over that, and then there was a pool that was even deeper with no way out of it. This is not really a good place to camp because this place has a pretty high danger of flash flooding. But I think I'm up high enough in case anything does happen. I should be good. But as for tomorrow, I don't really know how I'm going to get out of this canyon. So I have to find another side canyon or something to get out of here because these walls are vertical in most places. I'll just have to figure it out. That's how this whole trail has been. I can do it tomorrow. Okay, well, today's supposed to be the last day of the hike. I say supposed to be because I don't know how long it's going to take to get out of this canyon. I have to find my own way out. The designated route did not work for me last night.
Alright, here's going to be my first attempt. Either I can climb up into this little slot right here. This might be a little bit more doable. It's probably going to involve some pack hauling either way.
That didn't work at all. I just wasted like an hour figuring that out. It was a really tough climb up the part that I could see. I finally got up to the top of that, only to find that there was another climb even bigger by like 3 times. Gonna look for another spot. I'm an idiot. I'm pretty sure the slot that I was trying to go up last night was not Fat Man's Misery, but it was like maybe 30 feet away from Fat Man's Misery. I wasn't actually supposed to go up the slot, I was just supposed to go up the hill next to it. If this is true, that just wasted me like half a day. And a whole lot of frustration and some really dangerous climbs that could have ended badly. Yep, this is definitely it. I'm both very relieved and kind of pissed off that I wasted so much time when I should have just found this right away. Oh my god. I'm so glad to be out of this canyon. That was stupid. That was so stupid. Need to have a Snickers bar or something to celebrate. I'm still not going the right way. I just found out that I have to be on that side. There are even footprints going up this trail. I don't know where it goes, it just kind of dead ends up here. This is crushing me. I haven't had this much difficulty on anything else so far. And this should be simple. I don't know why it's so hard. Now I'm directly above the slot canyon I was trying to climb up last night. All I have to do is get to that side. But I can't jump this. So I have to go back down, figure out the right way again. I think I might see it, but I don't know, it doesn't really look very good. So right down there is the slot that I tried to take to get out yesterday. That didn't work. Right next to it is a little scree route that I just climbed up. Figured out I was on the wrong side. Had to climb all the way back down there. And this time, I'm pretty sure this one is Fat Man's Misery. At least I hope so. That's it. I'm positive this is it. There's footprints everywhere up here. I even recognize some of them. I'm on the right side of the canyon, and I'm up here. Too bad I already ate my victory Snickers. That's alright, I'm just gonna keep going. This wasted so much time. I could have been probably 10 miles ahead on the trail by now. So glad this is over. I think I've said this before, but I think that was the last hard part of the trail. Hopefully I'm not proven wrong again. I must be in a national park now because I'm walking on a nice trail. Boy, do I appreciate this after the last 24 hours. It feels so good to be moving at a normal pace again and actually know where I'm going to. I think it's about 12 more miles. That's all I have left of the Hayduke. Thinking back to my first through hike on the Pacific Northwest Trail, I wasn't really sure how I'd feel at the end of it. There wasn't really a overwhelming wave of emotion that came over me, nothing like that. And I realized that everything that makes a through hike worth it is in between the beginning and the end. Reaching the end of the hike doesn't really mean anything other than the hike is over. So while I'm really looking forward to getting to the terminus, I know that once I get there it's going to be some mixed feelings. Both positive and negative, and I think they kind of balance each other out. All it means is that this chapter is over and it's time to start a new one. Something I've learned from talking to other hikers is that we're all out here for our own different reasons. Wherever the motivation comes from, though, the goal always seems to be the same. We all have a desire to do something meaningful, and by our own definition. For us, the wilderness provides the time and space to find that meaning, but it doesn't have to take place out here. The essence of this Figure It Out series is about finding the thing that gives you meaning, and pursuing it with full intention. That path will not be well defined, and you will get lost. But if your destination is meaningful, you will have the strength to keep going.
These are the white cliffs I was looking at 2 days ago. I'm here. Just about 10 more miles to the finish line.
With only 3.5 miles to go, I'm tempted to just keep moving, but with a view like this, I just can't pass that up. It won't make any difference if I finish half an hour earlier or not anyway.
I think that's it. The Weeping Rock.
Not the most impressive thing to see on the finish, but I guess it's more about what it symbolizes than how it looks. That's it for now. I guess it's time to go home.